Does anybody else find it annoying that when you get to the checkout at Coles with your bag of expensive groceries, when the checkout person asks you if you would like to donate $2 to charity? Of course, it's not their fault, and it will be interesting to know whether Coles slugs some sort of admin fee before this money actually makes it to charity. It's a bit of an exercise in shaming because, of course, you don't want to look like a scab by saying, no, I don't want to give money to charity. But at the same time, you know, and you feel like saying, hang on, Coles has just made a $1 billion profit last year. Maybe Coles can give my $2 to charity. Now, there's a grocery inquiry on in Canberra, in Parliament, a parliamentary inquiry. Parliamentary inquiry is just about to kick off, and Craig Emerson, a Labor Party stalwart and economist, very capable, centre-right sort of guy, has been appointed to head it up. He's a good hand. Green Senator Nick McKim is heading up the committee which will hear the submissions. He's a very good hand too. People are asking, mind you, why doesn't the ACCC just do an investigation? That's what they're there for. They're the antitrust regulator, the competition regulator, but it can't hurt to have an inquiry. This is what politicians do. They get paid extra to go on these committees, and often they do a good job. The key to it is whether Coles or Woolies are stiffing their customers, that's all of us, because if you don't shop at Coles and Woolies, maybe a bit of Aldi too, you will be paying through the nose because of IGA and so on, where the prices are higher. They have buying power. They have a lot of market power. And this will be the subject of the inquiry, their market power, their ability to profiteer. But when you think about it, this is what companies are all about. They're there to profiteer. They're there to serve their shareholders. Every market, and this is a market, and you can see it from the chart we're just about to post, that you can see that wholesale prices fall first or rise first, and then there's a lag, and then retail prices, the price that we pay for whatever it is at the supermarket, that follows. It's on the way down now. That's good in this cost of living crisis, that food is a little bit cheaper, because let's face it, it is essential, like housing. You know, the government's first duty, you might say, is to make sure its citizens are fed and housed, and then, I guess, defended from security threats like things in countries many miles away, which are none of our business. But anyway, we pay the retail price. Are the retail prices too high? That is the question. Now, the supermarket duopoly, Coles and Woolies, they both make massive profits. Coles' profit last year rose 4.8%, almost 5% to $1.1 billion, while Woolworths' profit rose 4.6% to $1.62 billion. Eerily matching percentage gains there on the profit front. The question is whether they're profiteering due to their market domination. Food manufacturing output prices. The wholesale cost of things like meat, seafood, dairy and snacks increased by just 0.7% in the 12 months to September 30. But the prices charged at the supermarket for a similar basket of food products rose by 3.2%, according to the Australian Bureau of Statistics. So are they, their input costs have gone up too. Are they charging over and above their cost of wages, energy and rent? That's the detail which will be the focus of the inquiry. But it brings us back to the question of market regulation, predatory pricing during a cost of living crisis and antitrust issues. Gets back to whether Woolies and Coles, as a duopoly, has too much power. And a lot of it is in being able to secure the land, the best spots in town, in order to dominate that local neighbourhood. Yes, there is Aldi as a third player, and they do keep a bit of a check. They temper the prices of the duopoly, but they don't offer everything, and there's not as many Aldi stores around. It comes down to things like control of the supply chain and the property development deals to control new retail sites. Do we live in a nation of duopolies, which is the broader question here? We've got Qantas and Virgin in aviation. We've got APA and Jemena in gas distribution, keep the prices high in electricity. We've got Pratt and Amcor in packaging. We've got Transurban, just one great big ugly multi-monopolist in motorways, gouging us all. And that is why prices are so high. Compared to the rest of the world, Australia has the highest prices in the world. Well, perhaps not quite in the world, but certainly they are very, very high compared to comparable OECD countries. Profit margins for big business in Australia are the fattest in the world. That's why all these takeover bids from foreign financial players on the ASX, they know it's money for jam. So the serious challenge here is for the ACCC, the competition regulator, to really go after all this, but they don't have the budget of, say, ASIC, the corporate regulator, because ASIC charges $1 billion, much more than $1 billion in fees, and it's got quite a big budget of $400-500 million in order to go and corporate regulate. The ACCC doesn't have that. It's not a profit, it's not a golden cow for the government. And so it needs to have a bigger budget, and they need to go and take submissions themselves and go and look at this with experts in detail, because food is essential to life. And let's face it, wealthy people, it doesn't matter. It's just a fraction of their disposable income. So if food goes up 40%, well, who cares? That's just a fraction of their income. For poorer people, and there's this sort of neoliberal view that, well, all the profits of Coles and Woolies go back to the shareholders, to the super funds and whoever owns these shares. That is correct. There is a movement of money there. But the fact is, who owns most of the shares? So it goes back disproportionately to wealthy people, even though most of us have superannuation. So that is not an argument powerfully compelling in itself. So we're looking forward to this inquiry. We'll look forward to see what comes out of it. Thank you for your support. Please like, share, or comment in the section below.